in this video, we are going to be applying all the rules of the indices that we have learned in solving problems. But remember that when we have x to power half, is the same thing as root x. When we have x to power minus half, that is negative half, it's the same thing as 1 over x to power half. When we have x to power 3 half, is the same thing as root x to power 3. When we have x to power negative 3 half, is the same thing as 1 over x to power 3 half. I hope this is making sense. Considering the fact that this fraction here is the same thing as 13, and we're looking at this x to power negative 3 half, this is exactly the same thing as x to power minus 1 multiplied by 3 half. Now, let's do exactly what we did here to this place. So in that case now, since per t is the same thing as 1 over t, it means that per x is the same thing as 1 over x. So in that case now, this will give us what? 1 over x. Then multiply by power what? 3 half. I hope this is not confusing. Remember that this here is the same thing as what? Minus 1 multiplied by 3 half. If we multiply negative 1 by 3 half, we still get back negative 3 half. So we did not change anything. So with that, we can establish now that x to power 1/n is the same thing as what? Nth root of x, such that x to power 2n is the same thing as what? Nth root of x to power 2. I hope this is very clear. Now let's dive into the calculations. The question says simplify a 32 to power 1/5. Then the second one, b 4 to power negative 3 half. Let's solve the first one, which is 32 to power 1/5. This is the same thing as 5th root of what? 32. So what we ask yourself is, what number will multiply itself 5 times to get 32? And that is actually what? 2. Because 2 multiply itself into 5 times will give us 32. And that is the answer. Okay. Considering the second question, that is 4 to power negative 3 half. This is the same thing as 4 to power negative 1 multiplied by 3 half. Then remember that this will make this 4, turn this 4 into this fraction. So we have square root of 1/4 to power 3. Okay, the square root of 1 is 1, and the square root of 4 is 2. So we will have 1 over 2 to power what? 3. And that is what? 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1 will still give you 1. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. That is 2 multiply itself into 3 times. We give you 8. So this is the answer. You can pause the video and try this one. Now you can check if you are right. Let's look at the first question. The first thing I have to do is to remove this decimal. And how will I remove the decimal? At the point of the decimal, I will write 1. Every other figures will be replaced by 0. And that will give me what? this thing will become exact. Because I have removed the decimal, I will have 1 over what? 1000. And 1 over 1000, this is, when this comes up, remember, it will now be what? 10 to power negative 3. Okay, so if this is 10 to power negative 3 and we have power 3, it will mean this. Okay, and that will now give us what? 3 multiplied by those, that negative 3 multiplied by 3 will give us what? Negative 9. That will be 10 to power negative 9. And that is your answer. Okay, let's look at the second question. Remember that 2/5 is the same thing as 2 multiplied by 1/5, right? If you couple them together, that will give us what? 2/5. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 over 5. Okay, so in that case now, we did not change anything if we write 32 to power what? 1/5 multiplied by 2. And that will give us what? The 5th root of 32 to power what? 2. And the 5th root of 32 is what? 2. That is the number you multiply, that will multiply itself 5 times to get 32. That is 2 to power 2. And that will give us what? 4, which is our result. Okay. Now, let's step up a bit. Given that the cube root of 4 to power 2x is equal to 16, find x. Remember all that we have been doing, that we have already established that the cube root is the same thing as the power of 1/3, which is this. So this is the same thing as 4 to power 2x multiplied by what? The power 1/3. Right? Okay, is equal to 16. 2x multiplied by 1 will give you 2x over 3 divided by 3, okay, which is equal to what? 4 to power what? 2x third is equal to what? 4 square. So since they are of the same base, it means if 4 is equal to 4, it means that their power will be also equal to each other. So we have that 2x to third is equal to what? Is equal to 2. Okay, but remember that this 2 is a whole number, which is over 1. So in that case now, we do cross multiplication. 2x multiplied by 1 will give us 2x. Then this multiplied by this, that is 3 multiplied by 2 will give us 6. In which we have that x is equal to 6 over 2 divided by 2. That will give us 3. Hope is clear, right? Okay, we will solve one more problem. Then you carry your own activities and hand in. The next question says half to power x is equal to 8. Find the value of x. Remember that this half is the same thing as 2 to power negative 1. And negative 1 multiplied by x will give us negative x. So it means that this expression here is the same thing as 2 to power what? Negative x, which is equal to 8. Then what are we to do? We have to reduce this 8 so that they will have the same base. Because we know that 2 to power 3 will give us 8. So in that case, we can write 2 to power negative x is equal to 2 to power 3. Since they have the same base, now we can equate their powers. So it means that negative x is equal to 3. So x is equal to negative 3. Okay? Now, do the following and hand in. I will also upload objective questions. Remember that the more you solve, the better you will be. Okay? Don't relent. Do your best. Okay, do the following homework. The first one, he said evaluate 2 to power 1.5. B, 216 to power 43. That is for third. Then C says 27 divided by 64 to power 1, negative 1/3. 2. Given that 10 to power negative x is equal to 0.000001, and B, 3 to power x plus 1 divided by 9 to power negative 1 is equal to 1. Solve for x. Do it and hand in. Please like and share, and if you found this video helpful, why not hit on the subscription button and hit on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new video, so you come and watch. Please like and share, and if you found this video helpful, why not hit on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload video, you will be notified. You'll come and watch.